What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Look, there's going to be a lot of information going over the EIDL grants in this particular segment today. So guys, give a like, a subscribe, and keep those notification buttons on so when I get information out, you can get information in. But this is stick around to the end. There's a lot of crucial information, and this is a great update for you guys that are interested in getting the EIDL grant. There's quite a few things in here you might want to that might be of interest to you. Guys, thanks for watching. What's up, guys and girls? I have got to, I got to get this out there. I just have to, because I'm Cherokee sent me, y'all know Cherokee. She is a subscriber on this channel. She talks and does a lot of comments down there. She's got she's a bag of useful information. She still hasn't gotten her loan. She is working on it, and we are all pushing for her to get that. She sent me a link and asked me if this was true. But hey, we're all in this together. So I would like to share this clip with you because, I mean, I don't believe it myself, but you got to listen to this and let me know what you think.
This is really exciting. These are for viewers who in 2020 applied for the SBA EIDL grant, which said on the application you'll be paid within 3 calendar days, and that you'll get the full $10,000 grant, and never got it. May have gotten part of it or gotten none of it. My sources say that you could be within a few days getting an email that says, "Hi, here I am. Confirm. Go to this website for SBA. Confirm your banking information and your personal your applicant information, because we're ready to pay you $10,000. $10,000 of a stimulus check." Can it be true? I mean, this is what the reports are saying. Now, the reports are also saying.
Can it be true? This is what the reports are saying. I haven't got that report, my friend. Honestly, here's the thing. All right, let me bring it in. I got to bring it into reality here. I mean, we get a lot of that. We get a lot of the, this is a he said, she said. It's all about the he said, she said. I'm going to go ahead and get to page 2184. Let's see, 2184. See if it takes us there. Okay, here we are. There's the section 331 targeted EIDL advance. Here's the one they're taking from us in the Senate. This is the section 331. Now I'm going to go down. Remember, this is targeted EIDL advance for small businesses. That's the one with the eligibility requirements being that you have to live in a low-income community and a loss of 30%. Say that is hasta la vista. Let me get back down. Okay, which 20 billion, or 20, that's 20 million, but 20 billion right here was authorized. Now, they're getting ready to go through the rest of it. It's a done deal with the infrastructure deal, okay? Now, here we are with the section 332 emergency EIDL grants, a totally different section. And is this what they're talking about? They don't say targeted in here. It's just a EIDL target. This is just EIDL advance, emergency EIDL grant. I'm sorry, emergency EIDL grant, like as in the CARES Act, the EIDL grant. So in this one, they were striking 20 billion and putting 40 billion. It doesn't until December 20. Now, are they taking this one too? That's what we don't know. Now, what LaLate just said, it could be true. It could, but whenever you hear, "Hey, get ready, guys," in your email, you're just going to get a pop-up of $10,000. Go to the portal and get it. I don't think it's going to be like that, but is it still out there? We don't know for sure 100%, but I got to say that I wouldn't doubt something crucial happening here. I just got done watching Cornyn. I don't know if anybody saw the Senate hearings today. I can play a clip of that for you as well.
Local
on the Senate today.
Many don't have the continued need or even opportunity under the guardrails Congress imposed to spend this money within the set timeline.
Okay, so there he goes. He's like, okay, we've got this money. Congress imposed these basically restrictions on the EIDL grants, the 30% loss in the community policy map, the discriminatory map. So I'm going to go ahead, but that's what he's saying is, look, with the guidelines they put on it, we can't give this money out.
That's especially true in some of the rural parts of my state, or places where COVID numbers are thankfully low. Qualifying pandemic-related expenses.
And here's another thing. He's saying, okay, the yellow zone is supposed to probably be where COVID numbers are low. So that's probably where, we did what we were supposed to do. We shut our doors. Of course, they're going to be low. We closed businesses. We closed our businesses down. Of course, they're going to be low. So are we being, we're not being rewarded for that. We should be rewarded for that. Say you kept your COVID numbers down. You may have lost a lot of money in the process, but what they're saying is your COVID numbers weren't high enough. So you're in a yellow area, so you don't get nothing. I mean, it's backwards here. If you were a big spreader of COVID, you should get less. Maybe they should be given to the yellow zone and not the purple. Well, the truth is they should give it to the whole. There should be no yellow or purple. They should give it to all small businesses. That's just the truth and the right thing to do. But
are few and far between in some of those places, as strange as that may sound here in Washington, D.C. I've heard from state and local leaders who are frustrated by the strict rules on the funding. They have needs, but somehow the limitations that Congress has put on their access to the money are stifling their ability to deal with priorities that they have at the local level. They're able to use these dollars on some of the tough financial dealings of the pandemic, but not all. And one of the greatest needs they have is to deal with infrastructure. When folks hunkered down at home to stop the spread of COVID later today. But this amendment puts decision-making power at the local level. And
now he's talking about the money will be given back to the states in the local municipalities in their districts. The money will be given back, but it's for projects, for infrastructure. It's not necessarily meaning they can give it to the SBA in their district to give the grants away. And I highly doubt that they would do that. I can almost promise you that they wouldn't, but
gives these leaders more flexibility to invest in the most critical projects for their communities, whatever those might be.
He's trying to hint that the EIDL grant's still there. I know he is, but I ain't buying it.
In some places, that may still mean pandemic-related expenses.
EIDL grant.
The Delta variant has thrown us a curveball, to be sure, and it's surging in some places. And leaders in those areas are going to continue to use this funding to bolster the fight against the virus. But this change doesn't interfere with those plans in any way, because what Senator Padilla and I have proposed is to make that strictly an option, not a mandate, but an option, so that local leaders at the state and local level can decide what fits their particular need. It's simply,
I highly doubt EIDL grants really fit their need.
Give states and localities that aren't facing a mountain of COVID-related expenses the ability to invest this funding in, you guessed it, infrastructure projects, something that the bill we are currently considering is designed to do. But one of the things I've noticed since I've been in the Senate is frequently we will appropriate money, and it takes not just months, but sometimes years to get to the intended beneficiary.
Tell us about it.
I know the presiding officer has seen with me the fact that we have appropriated $46 billion to prevent evictions from people. Is a long one. As I said, there's simply no requirement they spend a penny on infrastructure if they don't want to, or if they think they need to hold more of this money that the federal government has appropriated in reserve.
Yeah, he's saying if they don't need the money for infrastructure, they don't have to spend it on infrastructure, but they can hold it in a reserve. He's not saying that they can give it to the EIDL grant constituents like you and I, back to the small businesses. He never mentions small businesses once. The thing that is interesting here is he mentions Nevada. He mentions how this will help Texas and Nevada, which are the two people on Bill S513.
All we are doing is simply giving them the freedom to use these federal dollars on these projects, if that makes sense. This common sense change. This will give communities in Texas and Nevada and all other states the ability to use pandemic relief funding when and where it's needed most. They know the needs of their communities far better than we do.
Okay, I'll go ahead and stop it there. That was kind of a hint, like to Jackie over in Nevada. Look, you can spend it wherever you want. You guys, if you feel like the EIDL grant is where you want to go with it, then you can. Because remember, he's got an asterisk next to his name on the S513, which means he could amend something. He could change it. It's subject to change in his view, which it looks to me like it has changed in his view. And it sounds to me like Jackie's even, flipped on us as well. So who knows? Well, anyway, that's it for today. That's pretty much it. And remember, Jackie Rosen hit the floor as well today, and she didn't mention S513. I put that video up earlier. It was far from her mind. She's talking about the infrastructure bill as well, saying she's ready to pass this. And of course, that takes away the targeted EIDL advance. Does it take away the EIDL grant now? That's another story. That's a question I would love to be able to ask and get a clear answer to, which it's hard to get from a senator or a congressman. Is that still available for us? If it is, we're still alive in this, and this could be the greatest day in history of just getting rid of the targeted and going straight forth on the just advanced the EIDL grant, emergency EIDL grant as intended in the CARES Act. We're going to find out. We're down, but we ain't dead, and we're going to keep fighting for you. You guys like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. And somebody say, hey, I want my 10K. Somebody, give it to me. Somebody, give it to me. Somebody. Yeah.